Hello, and we return with more of Zelda the Wind Waker. Man, I really love this game. I almost forgot how much I love it. More quality of life features, by the way, is you've always got the Wind Waker on the baton. That's something that like mods for Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time for N64, like if you like hack the ROMs do. And it is such a good feature. Seriously, it's hard to go back to the original Majora's Mask after you play Redux. And, you know, I would say something about playing the 3D version. I wouldn't play the 3D version of Majora's Mask because I am a bit of a purist when it comes to that game in terms of I don't like the changes that... I don't like the bad changes that game made. And I think there's quite a few. I think some of the quality of life features are pretty nice. I'm not going to pretend they're all bad. But I think the enhancements, the good that comes from those, doesn't outweigh the bad that comes from some of the more egregious changes. I really cannot stand the changes to the boss fights in that game because... Okay, actually... I'll take that back. Because I think the change to the boss fight for the Stone Tower Temple is like half good. Because I really like the idea of it being like a two-phase fight. However, I think the phase 2 is kind of like sloppily done, so it's like on the cusp of being like a really good like change of the boss fight. Maybe the only good change in boss fights in that entire game, and they flopped, like they flubbed it. So that kind of sucks. So I'd say if you want to play Majora's Mask, get yourself an emulator for N64 or 3DS. Legally dump your ROM, of course, and get the ROM hacks for either Majora's Mask Redux for N64 or Majora's Mask Restoration for 3DS. I haven't played through Restoration entirely yet, so I don't know how strong of a recommendation I can give, but if you pair that with the HD textures with Citra, or if you would rather play on your regular hardware, you can just enable patching for the 3DS games with your custom firmware and play it on there instead of, you know, having to deal with using an emulator, because I think there is something lost when you do play a 3DS game on an emulator, because to me there's no good way to really like get that to work. I think with Citra, and I've used Citra for 3DS and Desume for regular DS. And to be honest, I haven't used Desume in a while. But one of my biggest issues with DS emulators is they only support like both screens in one window, from what I've been able to like gather. And now I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But I have two monitors. Let me put a screen on each monitor, or let me separate the screens into two different windows. CEMU lets you pop out the gamepad screen in a different window. I kind of wish I could do that with 3DS games. I don't like having them side by side. and I don't like having them like horizontal. And the large screen, little screen setup is almost good, but I don't like the scaling of both. So if I could have one, like the top screen be full screen on my main monitor and put the bottom screen on my second monitor, and that way I could just keep my mouse there for when I need to use that, I would much prefer that. Plus, it would make capturing a lot easier. So instead, if you want to capture a 3DS game, you have to get a 3DS capture card, which I think like one guy makes last time I checked. Now, I checked years ago. You have to mod your hardware, or you mail it to him and he mods it, and good luck if something breaks while during shipping, because Nintendo's not gonna give you your warranty for that. I mean, you could spend the money where he'll go and buy one and then mail it to you, so there's that too. So if I ever wanted to do like 3DS games, I would probably do that. Like, I don't know, Citra is good, but it's only like, it's only so good. There's the first yawn. Alright, so anyway, I don't know what to fill in now. But yeah, so Citra, I don't know. I kind of like it. I have some games that like I would play on Citra, and maybe record, but I just prefer like something about like a 3DS game or a DS game where I've really just got to have the original hardware. Like, some games just they don't really like work otherwise. Like, I played through SMT4 Apocalypse fully on Citra, but and like that and like maybe Pokemon are like the only ones where like I think it doesn't matter. Wow, way to call my hat strange. I always like Medley as like a character. Alright. I know I started like reading the end of the last video, but I guess I just decided not to for those lines because I was in the middle of talking about a lot of different things. Now I'm trying to think. Because in the last video, covered, I spoke about a lot of different things, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't really know what I should talk about. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I hit stop recording on the last video because I was like, it's getting like an hour and a half, and I don't want to make like a really long video. But I just started playing again. Like, so it's the same night. Because I'm really into this game. I'm really happy to play it. I'm kind of running out of like things that I want to talk about. Um, and that's kind of like sometimes like I'll have a lot of stuff I can put out where I'm just really into a game, so I'll keep playing. Uh, but there's some days where I don't really know what I can talk about, so I don't like record anything. But this game, I'm like, I want to keep playing, but at the same time, it's like I kind of out of ideas, and it's like I could just shut up and play the game, but I don't know. I kind of like having things to talk about while I play. It's like a weird thing where I just kind of dump my brain at the end of the day when I'm like, yeah, I could talk about, you know, whatever the fuck. It's like a weird thing, and it's like a thing that I really only do out of like this weird like compulsion that I have at this point. Like that makes it sound like really bad. But I don't know how else to put it. It's really just for like my own sake. I think like I'm like maybe I'm going nuts and I'm just like I have to play video game and record and speak about whatever dumb things come to mind because I don't know what else to do because I'm going fucking nuts. I'm, I'm going schizo. I guess I should probably... Can I go down there and talk to him yet? Probably not. Let's see. Up, left, right. Okay. Wah, blah, blah. Wah, blah, blah. I learned the Wind's Requiem. Ooh! Oh my god, it's Pog Frog. Wow, Pog Frog, so cool. Wow. I'm the new Wind... It's him. He's the Wind Waker. You know, that's like... one of my favorite, like, movie lines. Is, if you've ever seen American Psycho, you know that one scene. He's attacking Paul Allen with the axe. And, you know, he's bringing the axe up. And it, you know, see Paul Allen's face, and he's like, "Oh my god, Patrick, I can't believe it. It's you. You're the American Psycho." Sure, somebody's gonna say that that didn't happen. I'm gonna tell you before you get to the comments, whoever that may be, this hypothetical person that does not exist because nobody's in the comments. That's the joke. He never said that. I guess it's the one thing that kind of sucks about not having like a large channel or a lot of viewers is that people with a lot of viewers can anticipate that someone might say something in the comments. I cannot do that. So, you know, this video will get like 5 views and no one's gonna comment or like or dislike. They might dislike, actually, which is fine. I can understand why someone would dislike this. However, I can't like anticipate like anyone going like you're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like I can't make jokes like that. And more than anything, that is what I wish I had more viewers for. I don't care about. Oh, excuse me. I'm having like seltzer, so sometimes that sneaks up on me. I don't know if it gets picked up or not. So I'm gonna say excuse me. I'm gonna try my best to remember to cut that out, but I might forget. So if I do, I apologize. But again, I don't have to worry too much, because as I just mentioned, nobody's watching. I can do whatever. I can say whatever. For the most part. Some things that I will not say. But hey, you actually came. I'm really sorry for bringing you to such a dangerous place. I had to. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't need help desperately. You see this place? There used to be a spring here, surrounded by a beautiful pond. It was peaceful and lovely. But then Great Valoo, he became so angry and... In his rage, he shook the mountain and the boulder crashed down. Plugging the spring, you can see the result. Oh, but where's my mind? Please tell me. How was Prince Kamali? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Not at all. I may be partially to blame for the bad turn that Prince Kamali's taken. See, Prince Kamali's grandmother was the great Valoo's former attendant. She was an amazing woman. I was honored to have her as my teacher. She was kind and brave and unsurpassed in her dealings with the great Valoo. I'm not yet worthy of being mentioned in the same breath as her. If only I'd possessed if only I'd possessed some of her strength, I'm sure Prince Kamali would have felt more secure. Otato, I'm sorry to ask you this, but I need your help. I want to go to the small shrine that's near the peak of Dragon Roost, but that ledge over there's so high. If I get some wind under my wings, I'm sure I'd get up there. So, will you help me? Sure. Phew, thank you so much. Okay, pick me up. Then face that ledge and toss me. The atmospheric currents are really messed up, so pay close attention to the direction of the wind. Alright, I'm ready. Don't hold back now. Throw me as hard as you can. Wow. You're just... I'm fine. That didn't hurt. What was I saying? Oh yeah, once more with the wind. Toss away, please. Let me try that again. Yeah, I think my mistake was I did not go up onto the rock here. There we go. Oh, thank you. I think I'll be able to climb Dragon Roost and meet with the Great Valoo. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I may just be an apprentice attendant. I can understand some of the Great Valoo's language. I'm not exactly bursting with confidence, but... Look, if anything happens to me, please look after Prince Kamali. This is all I have to give you. I know it's not much, but please take it. Ba-ba-ba-bom. I got the empty bottle. Bottles are great for carrying water and holding other things. Oh, and please don't tell anyone that I'm climbing Dragon Roost. It'll be our secret, okay? Well, good luck to both of us. I mentioned this in the last bit of Wind Waker. But this game has so much charm. And it's interactions like that. And it's just how expressive Link is as a character. That I think this game is really good. And I don't know why, but I didn't really like Phantom Hourglass. And I never played Spirit Tracks. So, can't say anything about that. But I think in general, not really too big on like the DS Zeldas. I don't know. Something about it. I just don't really like them. I think with Phantom Hourglass, it was the controls and how like repetitive like the game was, because you always had to go back to like that same dungeon. Kind of sucked. Um, it's a shame because I was actually really excited because it seemed like that game would maybe capture the spirit that this game had, and it kind of didn't really, yeah, capture me the same way that this game does. Okay, what the heck? There we go. Classic sound. Oh, I've been like in the mood for sweets a lot lately. And I think it's just because it's Christmas time, like that time of the year, just like yeah, I need like sweets. Like I want chocolate, uh, and I just like can't really like get any. Like I don't want to. Holy fuck! That was, I don't know if I can recreate that. On the one hand, like well, I could get some. I'm not gonna say I can't get any. Like right now I couldn't because it's 2 in the morning. Actually, there's a 24-hour corner store I could like take a walk to, or if I really want it. But for the most part, let's just say that I can't get some right now. But it's more of, I know I really shouldn't have sweets, but yeah, it's just that time of the year where uh, you just kind of want like, I don't want to say like junky, right? Because like I think when I think of like junk food, I think of, like potato chips and like cheap like processed foods. Like I guess like things like like prepackaged cookies and stuff like that. But like when I think of like sweets, I think of like, you know, like good quality chocolate, not like Hershey. Like I don't want to talk bad about Hershey. Everyone, it's a tired trope. Everyone knows Hershey doesn't really taste that good. I don't get the whole vomit comparison. I think people are a little weird with that one. Um, but it does kind of have like a weird taste to it, and you know, I kind of like, I guess like semi-bitter chocolate. Like I like 66% cocoa, like kind of at minimum. Like I think like 66 to like 70. Was it 78? Maybe 76. I don't know. Like that kind of percentage range, like in the 60s to 70s. It's kind of like the sweet spot for me. That's what I like having chocolates. I think like around like when you get into like the 80s is when it gets like a little too bitter for me, but it's still like, it's still like pretty good. Like I'll still eat it. But yeah, after once you get to like the 90% stuff, I'm like, I'll pass. I'll just might as well be like just eating cocoa powder or something like. Or maybe not that bad, but you know. And then, you know, make like chocolate chip cookies around this time of year. And gingerbread cookies is another big one. Really like gingerbread cookies. I'm not like super into them, so like usually I'll have like have a few. you know, over the course of like a couple days, and like I'm good. Kind of like how I feel about like pumpkin pie around Thanksgiving time, where it's like, you know, you make a pumpkin pie, and like even that is like a little too much. Like the whole pie, like when you share it, like just I don't know, like at least for me, like I'm more like one of two people in my family who likes pumpkin pie. So when you make like a whole pie for Thanksgiving, uh, it's too much for two people, and like I'm good after like maybe like the second slice, and then I kind of have to like force myself to have more so it doesn't go to waste. And I'm like, I'm kind of over this, but like I don't want the effort to go to waste, and then like I don't want it to go bad. So like I almost was just kind of like, yeah, maybe it'd be better just to like go to the grocery store, like go to their bakery, and like just buy like half a pie. Like they, because I don't know if every grocery store does that, but uh, the at least one of the ones near me, like their bakery does that where they sell like half of a pastry. Like you buy like half a cake or half a pie. And I thought like, you know, that might be like a good idea where it's like I just get a pumpkin pie. Like I saw them when I was walking into the store, and I was like, no, that might be a good idea. But then I just ended up going with a homemade one. It never got finished. But yeah. You just, I don't know, you can't beat the homemade. I mean, like, when it's made fresh in the bakery, it can still be pretty good. Grocery store bakeries can be kind of hit or miss. But, you know, if you can get them, like, fresh, though, like, it can almost kind of be homemade. But, I don't know, there's just something... And I guess unless not like a good baker or like a good cook, I think even if like the stuff at the store is like really good, you just can't beat homemade. Like there's just something that hits different. You know what I mean? Okay, I think the specification has to be though. It has to be made in your home. I had aunt who was a terrible cook, and so anything beat her home. So that's it's not always true, I guess, for the most part. At least when it comes to my home, of what I'm used to, what I would call home cooking, uh, can't be homemade. I guess not everyone is so lucky to have that. I'm sure, like this one, I even say, I don't even know if my cooking counts for my definition of homemade. I think when I think of homemade, I'm just thinking of like stuff my mom makes. Because I'm not. Oh, I don't want to say I'm a terrible cook. Because I like to give myself some credit. I'm a halfway like competent. I know how to mix flavors in a way that maybe I like at least. Can't guarantee anyone else will like. I can grill up a bird, which you know that doesn't really say much. I think pasta, grilling bird, and like grilled cheese or eggs is like the most basic. Like I just started cooking for myself, um, type foods, but you know, still. Dang, I can't believe that just happened. But yeah, I I think I do alright. I think I will say this. This is part of where my problems come from, and in my health. Oh shit. Is that I'm a much better baker than I am of a cook. And so real food is maybe a little trickier for me. Uh, but I can make some good brownies and some good cookies. You know, I'm gonna toot my own horn for a second, because I like to have cookies that are like still soft, like bakery fresh type. I feel like a lot of the times when people make cookies, they get hard too fast. Not mine. Mine stay nice and soft. So if you can't do that, you're not on my level of expertise, and I cannot tell you how I do it because I need to have some marketable value I can use to I can use to woo the ladies, I guess. I don't need other guys being competition. Like, listen, you know, I can you a burger and I can bake you some cookies. And I can make pizza. That's where my skill sets are when it comes to the culinary field. That, and I like trading cards. I'll open up card packs. And I post about it on the internet. Capital I internet. Those are my marketable skills. If you have any job offers, I'll take those too. uh, oh, hey! You saying filthy, thieving rats? Damn, he's harsh. Man, and like 10 minutes ago, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And you see, just verbal diarrhea. I have not. Just gotta like keep talking, and eventually, like, you'll say something stupid and get a kick out of it. Can't promise anyone else will. I don't think anyone else. Oh my god. Those filthy thieving rats took my rupees while I was in a cutscene. So. My own abilities to bake are a hurdle in... Alright, so my ability to bake and my sweet tooth are kind of a hurdle in the ever-growing challenge for, I think, every American to eat healthy. Because, man, you know, like, to be honest, I don't always drink soda, but sometimes I still drink soda. I know a lot of people might not approve, and soda is not good. Shouldn't make a habit out of drinking it. But listen, sometimes I need a Dr. Pepper. Okay, this is my little secret. I'm a very good boy. Try to drink seltzer if I want fizzy drink. Which, alright, can I just say, the term fizzy drink sounds so absolutely, like, British that I don't like saying it. And I don't know what else to say. But, because I'm American, I should not be speaking like a Brit. It's just not right. But sometimes I just want Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola. Especially if I'm having like pizza. I don't think anything goes with pizza much like a nice like soda. So don't drink it all the time, but sometimes you just gotta. But one thing I noticed when I stopped drinking soda so much is when you go back to drink it, it has like a really weird like flavor, like almost like an aftertaste, because like the high fructose corn syrup just like has a taste that like real sugar doesn't have. Like if you don't, if you drink a lot of soda, or if I guess your sugar intake is like high to begin with, a little thing you can try is like don't eat it, or don't drink. I guess this is mainly for soda, right? Especially I've noticed if you like Sprite, okay? If you like Sprite, drink nothing but water for like a week. And then go back and like open up a can of Sprite and drink it. It will taste fucking horrible. I can no longer enjoy Sprite. I like lemon lime. I drink lemon lime seltzer a lot. Or lemon, or just lemon or just lime, but I also like lemon lime. Lemon lime sodas like Sprite or like 7-Up are awful. They have a really weird taste, and I can't stand it. Coca-Cola and Pepsi are usually pretty good. Kind of a weird taste. Even Dr. Pepper, I like Dr. Pepper. Even that kind of has a weird taste, like a weird aftertaste, because I'm not used to like the high fructose corn syrup anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, I think most people in America have like some like level of like sugar addiction, because it is in so much fucking shit. It is nuts. When you like are like, all right, I'm gonna try to eat like a little healthy, right? Like I'm not like on a pedestal. I'm not like a super like health nut. Saw me, you would know, all right? I'm not exactly the healthiest looking person in the world. Like, but like, you know, you're like, all right, you know, I need to maybe stop eating so much shitty food. Maybe I need to do a little bit better. Right? And like, there's sugar in a lot of things, and like I said, like I'm not trying to be like on a pedestal or anything, because like still eat potato chips. I like my sweets at Christmas time, but you know, I just like I don't want to have so much of it. And you know, if you're someone who can stay in shape and still eat junky food, I almost envy you. But at the same time, I know like that kind of diet is still like horrible to have. I have a friend who he eats a lot of junky food. And he has like I've known him since maybe we were like 10, and he's always like kind of had like a terrible diet, and he doesn't really gain weight. It's kind of impressive. I mean, he is like fairly active, so there is that. You know, it's all about calories and calorie. But like, still, I'm amazed like how like seeing that in action, like having like a really like crappy diet and then just like still staying like pretty slim. I mean, I've seen, I think it was someone on YouTube. I can't remember the guy's name. Uh, but God, there's a. I have to describe the video. So basically, I found out this guy's channel because of a meme that someone sent. Where basically, I think the guy's like, oh shit, I'm dead. I'm talking about this shit. So the guy is in crossplay. I don't know. That is cross-dressing cosplay. And he is like showing off his cosplay, and you're like, oh, okay, that looks like a girl. And then he has this really deep voice, and he's like saying something like, everything you know is a lie, despair, or something like that, or everything you ever wanted is a lie, like something like that, like some really like nihilistic thing. And that kind of became like a joke between like me and a friend, and it has some like YouTube like stock music playing in the background. But I checked out the guy's channel, see like what kind of videos he made, because it's like this 6-second like clip. I'm like, all right, well, like what does this guy like make videos about? And he had some video about like how he lost weight, and he talked about how he's like, yeah, like I ate really shit when I was trying to lose weight because I would eat like these microwavable meals, which weren't good for me, but I knew exactly how many calories they were, so it was easier for me to like count my calories, because that is all that matters when you're trying to lose weight. It's all about calories in versus calories out. So, I mean, if you're sedentary, you should probably not be, but you know, if you are, you know, you just gotta maybe just eat less. You gotta eat a lot less. And that's kind of what I try to do. I try to move around a little bit, but lately I've been slacking. I'm gonna admit that. But you know, it's just something you gotta work on and just gotta keep in mind. In versus out. You want it to have less in than you have out. I don't know why this is the topic for today's episode. I don't want to say episode. Episode's pretentious. This part of Wind Waker, but that's where we are. Now, yeah, I don't want to say like I'm a this thing on this topic. Listen, I'm a nerd who likes to play video games and card games and stuff, so yeah, that's how it be. But yeah. Anyway, we got the grappling hook finally. see if, yeah. So I think I might have to update my totally real Switch's firmware because I'm having issues with my gyro aim. Unless this game doesn't have gyro aim, I don't know. Man, I wish gyro aim was like used more. Like DualShock 4, and I guess I think with DualSense 5 is that what they call it? I hate use it like they both have gyro capabilities, but like they don't even use them because you know Nintendo uses gyro. You know that's kitty, like that's Babby. Only Babby use gyro aim. Which again, I feel like I talk about him a lot, but I've been watching his videos. Nero has a great video about like how like gyro is a great feature and gamers and game devs like ignore it and it's really dumb. He actually did 2 videos about it because he talked about how much of a shame it is that developers and hardware manufacturers don't take advantage of gyro, and then people yell at him because they, you know, gyro's for baby. So he did a video kind of refuting a lot of those points because it's a really bad take to go that, you know, gyro is for babby game because it is not for babby game. And if you think gyro is babby, and that twin stick layouts are better without any assist or you know, any assist from gyro, then you really should have no problem with your console supporting. That's a point that Arrow made in his video. Again, if you're a hardcore gamer, you play with the hardcore dual stick layout. Excuse me. You should have no problem with letting people have the choice to play with gyro aim if it is not as good as your twin stick layout, because you should beat them. But you know, what do us gyro babbies know? I have to say, when I first used gyro aim for Splatoon, I was not feeling it, but as I grew accustomed to the game, like played it more, and I like, you know what, this is better. I think my main issue with Splatoon is that I think only was it vertical or like only like gyro only works in one direction, where I think I should be able to use it with the whole controller. So I don't know what's up with that one, but that's how that is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited for Splatoon 3, by the way. That game, like, I really like Splatoon 1. I like Splatoon 2. The Octo expansion is amazing. If you have a Switch and you don't have Splatoon 2, what's wrong with you? Play Splatoon. Splatoon's baby game. No splat him. Oh yeah, it was shit. Especially the Octo expansion. The Octo expansion is so good. I think it's the Octo expansion for Splatoon or Splatoon 2 is way better than anything in the base game. You can quote me on that. So yeah, needless to say, I'm very excited for Splatoon 3. One of the things that I think will be fun, you know, obviously the new campaign. It seems like things are getting pretty wacky. I don't know, wacky's maybe not the right word. Things are getting like more out there with the with how. What the fuck? Controller did not like whatever I just did. But yeah, it seems like they're getting a little bit more out there with the story. Looks like, was it the protagonist from Splatoon 1? The player character? Was it Agent 7? No, Agent 6. Because okay, see, like when I get to the peak there, it like shoots me back. That's so weird. I think Agent 6, because I think Agent... Oh no, maybe Agent 5? No. I think... Agent 8 is the one in the Octo expansion. Octarian. I think the player character from Splatoon 2 is either Agent 6 or 7. That would make the player character from Splatoon 1 4 or 5. I don't know what's up with that. That felt like really off. I think I'm having... Oh, fuck. Goddamn. I think I'm having issues with my Wii U. Might be some strange glitch happening with my controller. It might be getting disconnected or something from my Wii U. Totally not CEMU. I'm not using that. And I don't know why gyro aim is such like a point of contention with some of the, you know, hardcore gamers out there. I remember, and I saw it in Errol's video on the topic, but I always thought it was such a strange like thing to get like snippy about, is when Bethesda added gyro aim to, I think, Doom 2016 on Switch. You know, they put a tweet out on... I guess not Bethesda, right? It would be id, or whoever handled the port for id. But, you know, the official Doom Twitter account put out a tweet saying, we added gyro support to the Switch version of Doom. And like there was some guy who's like, all right, but who asked for this? And like, whoever runs that Twitter account, I like them because they just spawn with literally everyone. And you know, that's, you know, it's one thing that it's people on Nintendo consoles, I gotta give them credit for. You know, they're on the Babby system, but they're the only ones willing to embrace gyro aim. That sucks. Everyone associates it with like the Wii remote still, but I guess the only people who don't are the people who stuck around with Nintendo after the Wii. Not like PlayStation could say much better, considering they still have to put it with PS Move for some stuff. So really, like, How much better are you? Am I gonna catch heat if I say that I think Sony fanboys are the worst? Like, I don't like fanboys in general, right? Like, Nintendo fanboys, trust me, they get annoying. Xbox fanboys, I'm gonna be honest, you don't really come across them too much anymore. I think because every Xbox game is coming out on PC. So I think for anyone who, I don't think anyone cares with Xbox anymore. I think Xbox is probably like the least annoying console fan base, but Sony, oh, I cannot stand PlayStation fanboys. And like, they get, I don't know. I don't know how a company can make such boring games and have like the most like vitriolic, impassioned like fans of like any system. Like, there are 2 games that I absolutely like must keep my PS4 to play, and neither of them are first party like PlayStation titles. I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial here. Something that might be a little brave. I don't know. The new God of War does nothing for me. That game is like a glorified movie. So is the Order 1866. So is basically every like exclusive like PlayStation game. It's like they're embarrassed to have games. I remember when people were praising Uncharted. And granted, Uncharted 2 was actually a pretty good game. But I remember people praising Uncharted for being cinematic. And I've always thought, why would I want a game to be cinematic? If I want cinema, I'll watch a movie. If I want a game, I'll play a game. I'll play Nintendo. I have Scrimblia. But Sony fans, they love movies. They want to play movies. And that's going to be my hot take. And listen, if you like games like that, you can have fun with them. I don't get it, but I guess more power to you. Listen, I like visual novels, alright? So, can I really say too much? Alright? I mean, I like... This is going to be a secret between you and me. But I like Danganronpa, okay? No, a lot of people, they catch a lot of shit for liking Danganronpa. I kind of like it. Danganronpa 2 is actually pretty good, like right up until the end. First game's really good, believe it or not. I haven't played V3 all the way through, so I don't know about that game. But you know, even me, like when I say I play VNs, I don't even really say that much, right? I like VNs, I like visual novels. Most of the time, if I say something about a visual novel that I've gone through, I say I read it. I read Steins Gate, right? That's like my favorite visual novel. I love Steins Gate. I didn't play Steins Gate. You can't play Steins Gate. I read it. Right? So, if Sony fans can admit they did not play the Order 1866, they watched it. Right? Take a cue from you know, the real Persona 5 fans, right? They watched it. They watched the Let's Play. Oh, man. I'm spicy. I'm in a spicy mood today. I don't know what that's about. Well, Prince Kamali, don't you have something you want to say? I heard everything from Medley. I thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. It's weird, like, saying my username out loud. I'm not used to that. I hope I can be like you someday. See, I don't like saying my username. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe I should have just named myself Link. Will you take this? Giving you the thing I value most will give me the courage I need to stand up to bad things. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Din's Pearl. Great Valoo is grateful to you. Wow, 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 wow. Use the wind god's wind. That's what he said, but I don't understand. I wonder what that means. Wind's god wind. I wonder what he's talking about. Anything to do with that wind shrine. That's that tunnel. Oh, I already did that. I almost forgot. The Great Valoo also names you a true hero. I agree with him. As far as we're concerned, you really are a hero. Well, I'm gonna go and visit Valoo. I'll come and see you sometime with the best pair of wings ever. Hey, Prince Kamali. Thanks so much. See you again someday. Dun 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 dun. Alright, I'm having fun, alright? Don't begrudge me. Hey! It would seem that Ganon sent those monsters to this place. That would mean... Oh! There's no time to lose. We must depart at once. The place where the pearl sleeps, we sail to the south. Alright, so... I'm going to go... The fuck? Why can't I get on the boat? Bruh. Do I have to go over here? Do I have to... Way south? That sounds so good, like redone. Oh, okay, now it'll let me on. I like how the sail is just a button now. Oh yeah, so... I'll probably go, like, oh! Like a whole lot in this game. That's kind of a joke that developed over a very long time between a friend of mine, the same friend who can eat junk and stay slim. You know, I've known him for a very long time, like most of my life, and we would always joke about the king in Zelda, especially in the CDI Zelda games. The CDI games kind of like became... I mean, everyone knows YouTube poop, so it was a joke to a lot of people. But to us, you know, in real life, we would still joke about it. So, one of the things that we would do a lot is like try to mimic like the king's voice, you know, like, oh, which is kind of more like this game, but it's something we would do a lot, and we actually still do to this day. I mean, I still do it. I know he does it sometimes. He probably actually does it more than me. I'm doing it right now because I'm playing this game. Uh, so that's what that's about. But yeah, you know, I can't even like, I can't do it like on command. Like, was it like the King's Laugh in CDI? Is like oh ho ho, whatever. Like I don't know. Like there's always like a weird sound to like the Kane and Zelda games. There's you know, this piece is what all true heroes strive for. My imitation's probably terrible. I've always had fun doing that. So. And I think, you know, it's all that matters if you're having fun. You can sail on the Great Sea in a straight line, and you can make your own fun. That's what I've always liked. I think, you know, Nintendo's always done a good job at it with their games at capturing fun. Some games more than others. Again, I just talked about how bad fanboys are. I want to come across as a Nintendo fanboy, a Nintoddler, if you will. So, up to these guys. See what they gotta say. Yeah! Mighty fine boat you got there, bub. You must be searching for treasure on the sea floor too, aren't you? Ha ha ha! You won't get any from us, bub. Not likely. Let me ask you something real quick. Who wanders around on a fishless sea? I'll tell you who, bub. Only pirates, monsters, and treasure hunters like ourselves. Maybe some other things that I've never heard of. You know, with all the weak island dwellers who never leave their shores, I'm amazed to see such a tiny little guy out here. I like your style, bub. I feel like I've known you my whole life. So hey, bub, I'll tell you what. As one treasure hunter to another, I'll give you this. You'll definitely be needing it if you want to haul up treasure. Come on, take it. I won't take no for an answer. I also won't take nay, nope, or nar. Just grab it. Treasure. I just noticed this guy has like tan lines. That's pretty great. First open your map, on the way, blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Well, little treasure buddy, good luck to all of us. Happy hunting. Hi. Yeah. I don't want to be a broken record, but you already know what I'm thinking. That this game has character, harm, and heart, and drive. It's about drive. And I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but I think Nintendo games, at least these older ones, have always done a really good job at like just capturing what makes games fun. And I always kind of appreciate these old games for that. I think it was a thing where creativity met technology, and the technology had limitations, and they were still able to make something great. And they did a wonderful job. I think a lot of developers did that back then. The PS2 was like one of the greatest systems ever made, at least when it comes to like having such a good library. Name someone who thinks like PS2 had a bad library. Like they're crazy. Sure, I mean, there were a lot of games on it. There were a lot of bad games, but it happens when you're the most popular system. It's had a lot of good games. We had a lot of bad games. Doesn't mean it didn't have any good ones. There were some real good ones on Wii, but I think when you look at PS2, you know there were so many good games on PS2. I think the best game that you can get on PS2, whatever that may be, it's different for a lot of people, Nocturne, is well worth the sea of shit it has to share a console with. That is a fact. There's a lot of shovelware on Wii. I don't know if you know, yeah. Even the best games on Wii are still worth the shovelware. Because you don't have to buy the shovelware. Someone did. Sorry they did. I'm sorry for the kid they bought it for. But no. Mario Galaxy 1, Twilight Princess. Both great games. No. You might be thinking like, oh well, it's 2 games, right? I'm just saying those are like some of like the games that I really remember having a lot of fun with. The Wii when I was younger.
Bye.
Okay, all right, little funky with the stick there. I'll just have to get more later. So anyway, with that tangent on, I think I was gonna say something else, but it doesn't matter because next time I'll tackle this dungeon and we'll make some more progress with Wind Waker HD. Having so much fun with this game. Happy to be playing it. Happy to share it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day.